They're f***ing Tories. The only good Tory is a dead Tory.
What if I told you that your hard-earned tax money just helped fund a band that called for MPs to be murdered? Not just metaphorically, literally shouting, "Kill your local MP" on stage. And now they're heading to Glastonbury. Yep, the UK music festival that's supposed to promote peace and unity. You couldn't make this up if you tried. This isn't a political satire sketch. This is Britain in 2025. Mark Francois, the no-nonsense Tory MP known for his Brexit bulldog persona, stood up in Parliament this week and exploded. Why? Because a band named Kneecap, known for Irish nationalism and frankly IRA cosplay, got handed £14,000 of your money from a government grant.
All of us in this House know that Mr. Speaker has a deep personal commitment to the safety of members of Parliament and their families. In that context, video has emerged this weekend of a concert held in London some months ago at which an Irish Republican band called Kneecap told a cheering audience that, and I quote directly from the clip, "The only good Tory is a dead Tory," and they then implored their audience, "Kill your local MP." I'm not a lawyer, but to my mind this is incitement to murder. And quite rightly, the anti-terrorist police are now investigating. This is beyond despicable. And I say that looking across the chamber at the plaque of our fallen comrade, Sir David Amess, and that one behind me to a fallen comrade, Joe Cox. This is across all parties. They both died serving their constituents. So may I ask through you, Madam Deputy Speaker, of Mr. Speaker, three things. One, that the Home Secretary should come to this House by no later than tomorrow and make a full statement on what the government understand has happened here and exactly what they intend to do about it to protect all those in public life, not just MPs and their families. Secondly, that the Secretary of State for DCMS, who I see is in her place, I did notify her, should also give a public explanation, ideally via a statement, of how it came to pass that this band were given some £14,000 of British taxpayers' money in a grant. Sorry, you don't normally heckle points of order, but if you're going to do that, our leader Kemi Badenoch refused it, they appealed, and your government didn't oppose the appeal. Yes. Those are the facts. So could you please explain to us how exactly that happened? I didn't want to make this bipartisan, but you interrupted me. And thirdly, and by the way, how we can get the money back. And thirdly, I understand that Kneecap are still booked to appear at Glastonbury, which under the circumstances would be unconscionable. So as the Speaker is chairing a Speakers' Conference on MPs' safety, could we implore him through you, Madam Deputy Speaker, to write to the organisers of the Glastonbury Festival and say that this House does not think it is appropriate that Kneecap should be allowed to appear, at least until the investigation is completed. I ask this, if I may, on behalf of all of us and all of our families. I hope, Madam Deputy Speaker, that is not unreasonable.
Cue collective horror. Even Katie Amess, daughter of murdered MP Sir David Amess, called it absolutely gobsmacking. And honestly, she's being polite. Francois wasn't. Why in the hell did we fund this with taxpayer cash? Let's rewind. Originally, Kemi Badenoch blocked the grant, saying we shouldn't fund groups openly opposing the UK. But after Labour came into power, the decision was quietly dropped. and the money went through. Just like that. Now, this isn't just about crude lyrics or political satire gone too far. This band has a pattern. Vocal support for Hamas and Hezbollah, flying banned terrorist group flags, stirring anti-British sentiment with glee. That's not art. That's incitement dressed up with a bass drop. The Prime Minister's spokesperson condemned the comments as completely unacceptable. And even Labour MPs are now asking Glastonbury to drop Kneecap from their lineup. David Taylor, MP for Hemel Hempstead, wrote a letter saying the band's actions go beyond political expression and promote extremism and anti-Semitism. His message? If Glastonbury keeps them, they risk becoming a stage for hate. Let's not forget, 2 British MPs, Joe Cox and Sir David Amess, were murdered in the last decade. Both killings were politically motivated. This isn't abstract. It's real. Now counter-terror police are officially reviewing the footage. And yes, supporting groups like Hamas or Hezbollah is a criminal offence in the UK. So why is a band shouting, "Up Hezbollah," while waving their flag getting 14k of government money? And a spot at one of the biggest music festivals in Europe. In a time when every penny counts and communities are struggling, we're funding a group that glorifies political murder and terror groups. You don't have to be a Tory, a Labour voter, or even politically tuned in to see the madness here. Freedom of speech doesn't mean freedom from consequences. So, here's the real question. Is this what we're paying for now?